We begin with breaking news out of South Korea, where authorities say at least 47 people are dead after a passenger jet crashed at an airport in the country's south. The plane, with 181 people on board, skidded off the runway and crashed into a fence at Muan International Airport and was engulfed in flames. The Jeju Air flight had departed from Bangkok. At least 2 people have been rescued. Well, I'm joined now in the studio by my colleague Jules Giesler, who's been following this story for us. Jules, great to have you here in the studio tonight. So tell us, what more can you actually tell us about what's happened?
So as you just said, so we're talking about a passenger plane that was coming from Bangkok. It had 175 passengers on board and 6 crew members. It drove off the runway and crashed into a wall at Muan International Airport in southern South Korea, causing an immense blast that we just can see in the footage we're just showing, meter-high flames. And as it seems like the landing gear malfunctioned. So emergency officers reportedly said that it seemed like the landing gear could not properly be deployed. The fire is now under control, but rescue officials are still trying to get passengers out, especially from the tail part of the plane. And the fire agency says, as you just mentioned, 2 people could be rescued so far. But fire officials are also warning that given the severe damage to the aircraft, the number of casualties could rise.
I mean, those images are pretty shocking, Jules, to say the least. What more do we know about the plane?
So we know that it was a Boeing 737-800 operated by Jeju Airlines. Jeju Airlines is a large South Korean low-cost airline. It was on its daily flight from Bangkok to Muan, so it's a daily route from Muan to Bangkok, Muan. And the pilot actually attempted a landing before, but had then to go around, so because the landing gear did not deploy properly, so he had to abort the landing, go around, so it's a normal maneuver pilots do, to go around and then try again. So when he tried again in a second attempt, then he tried a belly landing. This did not work as planned because the speed could not have been reduced. So for now, there are suspicions going on that the collision was caused by a bird that flew into the engine. But it's still under investigation and we don't know more about it.
Right, but of course we know so far that there have been some deaths, and it's a Boeing 737, which of course for anyone who flies a lot, it's a very common aircraft. A lot of the airlines use that. All right, Jules, we'll leave it there. DW reporter Jules Giesler, and we'll of course be bringing you all the latest from that terrible accident which has happened in South Korea.